Harris is facing criticism from some progressives for telling potential undocumented migrants do not come to the U.S. She's also pushing back against complaints about not yet visiting the U.S.-Mexico border.
Just quickly put a button.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
All right, White House correspondent Jeremy Diamond is live from Mexico City. Jeremy, does it appear that the administration, the vice president, is making any progress here?
Well, listen, there certainly have been a few deliverables so far. Yesterday in Guatemala, we heard the vice president announce this new anti-corruption task force, as well as tens of millions of dollars in new U.S. investments to help develop the economies of the Northern Triangle. Today, we saw the vice president meeting with the Mexican president, López Obrador, and they signed a memorandum of understanding outlining how they will help to address the development of Central American countries. And what's interesting here is there is this increasing alignment between the U.S. and Mexico on that front, given the fact that Mexico, which has long been a transit country for migrants from Central America to the United States, now also increasingly becoming a destination country. And so therefore, Mexico and the U.S. much more aligned in terms of helping with development. In fact, the Mexican government has made calls for increasing development in Mexico. Now, you were also talking about the politics there, and the politics are hard to avoid when you're talking about immigration, whether you're doing so in Washington or thousands of miles away in Guatemala City or here in Mexico City. And that is because you heard the vice president urging migrants not to come to the U.S. She took flack from the far left of the party, with Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez hitting her on that. And then when you saw those comments where she said that she hadn't been to the border, doesn't plan to be, and pointed out that she also hasn't been to Europe, she's taking flack from the right. So this is certainly an issue that has required some deft diplomacy on the vice president's part, but also some walking of the political tightrope. And we're certainly continuing to see that as the vice president wraps up her visit